The egg aisle used to be simple, white or brown, small, medium, or large. Done. Now you're staring at cartons screaming cage-free or pasture-raised, omega-3 enriched, wondering if you need a law degree just to buy breakfast. Here's what's actually happening. You've been getting ripped off and the industry is counting on you being too confused to notice. Some of these eggs come from hens living in spaces smaller than your laptop. Others cost $8 a dozen and might actually be worth it. The average American eats 268 eggs per year. If you're buying the wrong ones, that's hundreds of dollars wasted on nutritionally inferior products from hens living in conditions that would make a prison cell look spacious. So let's talk about the 8 egg types ranked from worst to best. From factory farm disappointments to golden-yolked premium eggs that'll change how you cook. Because life's too short to crack open pale, watery eggs that taste like the fluorescent lights they were laid under. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously subpar breakfast choices. Number 8, conventional battery cage eggs. These are the eggs most Americans grew up eating, produced in battery cage system standards since the 1950s. Hens spend their entire lives in wire cages roughly the size of an iPad, 67 square inches, stacked in windowless warehouses housing up to 100,000 birds. What you get? Pale, anemic yellow yolks, thin, watery whites that spread across the pan like water, shells that crack easily. The texture is watery and won't hold shape when frying. Hard-boiled, they turn rubbery and chalky. The taste? Flat, bland, generic, like eating nutritional theater with zero depth. These deliver only 30 milligrams of omega-3s per egg, 5 times less than enriched eggs, 20 times less than pasture-raised. You're paying $2.99 to $4.99 per dozen. Online reviews describe them as just functional, taste like cardboard with a yolk, and what I imagine depression tastes like. They contain up to 3 times less vitamin A, D, and E compared to pasture-raised eggs. These eggs dominate because producers can cram more hens into less space, feed them the cheapest grain-based diet, and automate everything. They're banking on you prioritizing price over quality, and for over 60% of consumers, it works. You're paying $3 for the nutritional equivalent of an egg-shaped apology. When the best thing you can say is it technically qualifies as protein, you're eating the bottom of the barrel. But if you think those are disappointing, wait until you see what happens when producers slap a feel-good label on essentially the same product. Number 7, cage-free eggs. Cage-free eggs launched as the humane alternative in the early 2000s. The hens aren't in cages, technically, but they're still packed into warehouse barns by the thousands, trampling each other in windowless facilities. It's the industry saying, "We heard you," while changing as little as possible. You get marginally better yolk color, same thin shells, slightly less watery whites. The texture is still thin and runny. Yolks remain pale yellow to light orange. The taste? A whisper better than conventional, still bland with no real richness. Studies show minimal to zero nutritional difference from conventional when hens eat the same feed. Same 30 milligrams omega-3 per egg, but you're paying $3.17 to $5.99 per dozen, 40 to 60% more for virtually identical nutrition. Hens get 1 to 2 square feet indoors versus 0.65 in battery cages. Still overcrowded with thousands per barn. No outdoor access required, no sunlight, beaks still trimmed. This category exists because state laws like California's Prop 12 banned battery cages. Cage-free sounds ethical, triggering the emotional response that justifies higher prices. The term has zero federal enforcement, so producers implement bare minimum changes while maximizing marketing benefit. You're paying an extra $1 for hens that upgraded from a closet to a crowded nightclub. When not in a cage is the highest bar your eggs can clear, you're still settling for industrial mediocrity. But here's where it gets interesting. What if producers just doctored the feed instead of changing the farming? Number 6, omega-3 enriched eggs. Launched in the late 90s as the heart-healthy option, omega-3 enriched eggs appeared when science started screaming about essential fatty acids. Producers feed hens flaxseed, fish oil, or algae supplements, then slap nutritionally enhanced on the carton. The hens still live in the same conventional or cage-free conditions. They're just eating fortified feed. What you get looks nearly identical to conventional, maybe slightly deeper yolk color. Same thin, watery whites. Taste is marginally richer, though some detect a subtle fishy aftertaste with heavy fish oil supplementation. They perform exactly like conventional eggs. The omega-3 boost is real, 100 to 600 milligrams per egg versus 30 in conventional, 5 times more when properly supplemented. Studies show 39% less inflammatory omega-6, but prices range from $251 to $575 per dozen. That's a massive range for one enhanced nutrient. Here's the catch: vitamins A, D, E, and beta-carotene remain at conventional levels. You're enhancing one metric while everything else stays basement tier. Producers spend pennies per dozen on flaxseed but charge 50 to 100% premiums. They're banking on medical buzzwords selling eggs. And it works because omega-3 recommendations come from doctors. It's putting lipstick on factory farming and calling it wellness. You're paying premium prices for a vitamin pill mixed into chicken feed, when the best thing about your egg is the supplement added to it. You're buying marketing, not quality. Number 5, free-range eggs. Free-range eggs emerge as consumers demanded proof their hens saw daylight. USDA regulations require access to outdoors, but there's zero specification on how much space, time outside, or what that area looks like. Some operations provide lush pastures. Others provide a tiny door to a barren dirt lot hens rarely use. You get wildly inconsistent yolk color from pale yellow to medium orange depending on actual outdoor time. Moderate texture improvement, firmer whites, more structured yolks. Noticeably better taste when hens get real outdoor time with mild to moderate richness. Studies show 3 to 4 times more vitamin D when hens actually access sunlight. Higher total fat and essential fatty acids than caged eggs. You're paying $4.95 to $5.83 per dozen for highly variable quality. The loophole: USDA only requires outdoor access. No minimum time, no space requirements, no vegetation standards. Reviews note, totally depends on the brand. Some are amazing, some are basically cage-free, hit or miss quality. Free range exists where producers can technically comply while delivering minimal improvement. Premium small farms deliver legitimate eggs while industrial operations install a door to a dirt patch and call it compliance. Many of these birds have the same outdoor access you have to your gym membership, technically available, rarely used. You're rolling the dice on whether access means actual pasture or a regulatory loophole. When outdoor access is measured by whether a door exists rather than whether hens use it, you're paying for the letter of the law, not the spirit. If this is already saving you from wasting money on subpar eggs, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 4, organic eggs. Certified organic eggs are the only category with actual teeth. USDA regulated standards requiring 100% organic feed, no GMOs, no antibiotics, and mandatory outdoor access. The certification costs farmers money and requires annual inspections, which is why the label actually means something. You get consistent medium to deep orange yolks, typically brown shells, thicker shell structure, firmer whites with better structure, richer yolks, improved mouthfeel. The taste is noticeably cleaner and richer. Eggs taste like what they should taste like. Nutritional advantages: 3 times more omega-3s, 40% more vitamin A, double the vitamin E versus conventional standards, 0 antibiotics, GMOs, or animal byproducts guaranteed. You're paying $4.35 to $6.99 per dozen, reflecting genuine costs. Organic feed runs 2 to 3 times more expensive. Reviews say worth it for taste alone. Noticeable difference in baking. Cleaner flavor you can actually taste. Organic succeeds because USDA regulation providers trust that vague terms lack. Producers face audits, inspections, and certification revocation if they violate standards. The limitation: outdoor access still doesn't specify pasture. Organic hens could still be crowded indoors. You're paying for the only label with actual regulatory oversight. When you can verify your eggs come from hens eating recognizable food without chemicals, that's worth the premium. Number 3, pasture-raised eggs. Pasture-raised eggs represent what chickens naturally do: roaming on grass, eating bugs, scratching dirt. Certified humane standards require 108 square feet outdoor per hen, 166 times more space than battery cages. Companies like Vital Farms proved this model could scale while maintaining quality. You get vibrant deep orange yolks from beta-carotene in grass, thicker shells, larger eggs, thick gelatinous whites that stand tall, rich creamy yolks with substantial body. The taste is significantly richer and more complex, what eggs are supposed to taste like. Superior performance, meringues rise higher, scrambles come out fluffy, poached eggs hold perfect shape. Nutritional dominance, 1/3 less cholesterol, 1/4 less saturated fat, 2/3 more vitamin A, double the omega-3s, triple vitamin E, 7 times more beta-carotene versus conventional. In blind taste tests, 4 out of 5 preferred pasture-raised. Reviews use words like life-changing, can never go back, worth every penny. Only 5% of US production, but fastest growing category. You're paying $6.99 to $8.99 per dozen because land requirements and lower density fundamentally change economics. These eggs deliver on every promise. Superior taste, better nutrition, humane welfare. The premium reflects actual costs, not marketing inflation. You're not paying more. You've been paying less for less your entire life. When hens actually live like chickens should, eggs taste like what? Your grandparents remember. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Number 2, duck eggs. Duck eggs have been a culinary staple in Asia for thousands of years, but are just gaining traction in Western markets. These eggs are 50 to 100% larger than chicken eggs with massive orange yolks and thick, waxy shells. Michelin-starred chefs like Andrew Fairley specifically choose duck eggs for superior richness and bacon performance. You get significantly larger eggs at 70 to 80 grams versus 50 to 60 for chicken, thick speckled shells, huge deep orange yolks, exceptionally rich and creamy texture due to higher yolk ratio, thick dense whites, velvety mouthfeel. Intensely rich taste, some describe subtle gamey quality, others note pure buttery complexity. These create fluffier cakes and pastries, whip into higher meringues, produce richer sauces. Cook faster due to low water content, 9 grams protein versus 6 in chicken, 50% more. 130 calories versus 72, 71 milligrams omega-3 versus 37, 168% daily value vitamin B12 in one egg. Different protein structure means many with chicken egg allergies can eat duck eggs. Reviews say can't go back to chicken, tastes like chicken eggs on steroids, absolute game changer for baking. You're paying $6 to $12 a dozen. Duck eggs command premiums because production volume is lower and ducks require more feed. They're positioned as the ingredient serious bakers seek out. Pastry chefs swear 1 duck egg delivers better results than 2 chicken eggs. You're paying for the rib eye of the egg world. When professional chefs specifically seek out duck eggs for premium dishes, that tells you everything about the quality difference. Number 1, quail eggs. Quail eggs are the definition of good things in small packages. These tiny speckled gems weigh 10 to 15 grams, 1/3 the size of chicken eggs. Popular in Asian cuisine for centuries, now finding their way into American farmers markets and gourmet grocers. They pack more nutrients per gram than any other egg type. You need 3 to 4 to match 1 chicken egg volume, but the nutritional density makes them worth it. You get adorable speckled cream and brown shells, high yolk to white ratio, deep yellow-orange yolks, perfect bite-sized portions, creamy, rich, velvety texture. Firm whites hold shape perfectly, richer and more intense taste than chicken despite size. Buttery, slightly sweet, gourmet quality, ideal for garnishes, pickles, appetizers. Perfect soft-boiled in 2 minutes. Absorb flavors beautifully. 1.2 grams protein per egg, but more per gram than chicken, double the iron per weight. Higher vitamin B12, riboflavin, selenium per gram. Studies suggest anti-allergenic properties and immune-boosting vitamin A and selenium. Featured in high-end restaurants for sushi, ramen, salads, pickling. Instagram-worthy presentation. Reviews include little powerhouses. Worth it for special occasions. So cute and delicious. You're paying $6 to $12 per dozen. High price reflects low supply, labor-intensive processing due to tiny shells, luxury positioning. They succeed by delivering superior nutrition per ounce, stunning presentation, and novelty factor. You're paying premium prices for the espresso shot of eggs, concentrated nutrition and flavor in a package smaller than a Snickers bar. When an egg this tiny delivers more nutrients per gram than anything else, size doesn't matter. After diving deep into 8 egg types, from factory farm disappointments to gourmet powerhouses, here's the takeaway: the egg aisle is designed to confuse you, and confusion keeps you buying based on price alone. Conventional battery cage eggs are nutritional bare minimums, surviving on rock bottom pricing while delivering pale, watery disappointment. Meanwhile, pasture-raised duck and quail eggs prove what eggs can be when hens live naturally. Vibrant yolks, rich flavor, nutrition that justifies every penny. Don't trust packaging photos of happy hens on green grass. The only labels with real meaning are USDA organic and certified humane pasture raised. Everything else is marketing theater. If your budget allows, go pasture raised. If not, organic delivers verified quality. And if you're still buying conventional because eggs are eggs, you're leaving flavor, nutrition, and your standards on the table. Mid-tier options like cage-free and free-range are counting on you not reading the fine print. Omega-3 enriched eggs are literal supplements in feed form. Free-range outdoor access means a door exists, not that chickens use it. Duck and quail eggs aren't just novelties, they're legitimately superior if you can justify the price. Hit subscribe if this changed how you'll buy eggs, and drop a comment telling us which egg tape you think we got wrong.